Welcome to ItzRafiq. In today's video, we are going to practice Python's practical. Here we are going to practice specially basic arithmetic operators, relational operators, then logical operators, as well some simple programs. So at first, we are going to open the Python interpreter, which is ideally, it is official one. You can also use PyCharm, Anaconda, or any online interpreter. So to open that, as I already have installed it, so we'll go to start. Then in search box, we will search for ideally, or if you are using Windows 7, you can go to all programs. Here you will search, get a folder Python, click on that folder, then you can uh, open that option ideally. So here I'll search in search box Python, then something I don't require the console one, so Python ideally. So this one we are going to open. It will take some time to open. So this one is ideally, by default it will open in interpreter mode. Interpreter mode or interpreting mode means here the output will appear line by line. For example, if I write 4 plus 3, it will come as 7. If I write print 5 minus 2, answer will come as 3. So here the output comes line by line. If we want to do all together as a script, then we have to go to the file menu. There we'll get one option, new file. Some older version may also display this option as a new window. Both are same, you can do that. So click on new file. So this is called as a script. Here we can write multiple lines of programs together and we can compile it as a whole. So here we are going to take two numbers. First we'll declare a variable a and I am giving the value as 5. I am taking one more variable b and I am giving the value as 3. Now suppose I want to do add both the numbers. So we can write print. Here we can write sum equal inverted comma I didn't close comma a plus b. Now you see here, when I wrote the character in double inverted comma, the color changes into green. That means this part is called as constant. Means this part cannot be changed in the program. Whatever we write, it will be exactly same. And here after inverted comma, I put again comma, then just I am writing a plus b. These two are variable. So this value can be changed. So here what I am doing, a plus b means 5 and plus will be added and answer will be displayed as 8. Now after writing the program, we have to compile it. We have to run it. For that we will go to run module. We'll go to run option. There we'll get one option, run module. So we can click there. After that it will ask to save the file. Click on OK to save the file. And after that you have to save the file. You can choose location where you want to save. Otherwise by default whatever folder appears there only you can save. I will suggest better you take desktop or document folder to save the file. And here you will keep a name. I am giving test. And you don't have to write the extension because you can see it down already file type is selected as py. So save. Now you see your answer is coming as sum equal 8. So in this program what the value of a and b was given by me. Now what if we have to collect the value from the user who run the program? So for that what we will do, first we'll remove all the parts. Here we'll write a equal int. Here int is the data type. Int is the data type, means we are going to collect integer type of values. If we have to collect floating point values, means decimal values, then instead of int we can write float. So after that bracket, then as we are going to take input, so we'll write input, input, then again bracket, and here we'll put either single or double inverted comma, and here we'll write a message like input value of a. Then we'll close the inverted comma, and as you can see we have started two bracket, we'll close two brackets. So this one done. Again for b also we have to do same thing. You can do one more thing. You can copy this line, select this line, copy. For that press Ctrl and C, go to the next line and press Ctrl and V. So the line is copied. Now just instead of a you write it b. So I am just changing the variable name. Instead of a I am writing as b. Now after that we are going to do some operations. Suppose I am going to add both the numbers, so we can take one more variable sum and we'll add both the numbers. Here we'll write sum equal a plus b. Now finally we are going to display the value of sum. So we'll write print. Here inside the bracket we'll write sum equal, then again comma, sum. Now you remember the sum which is displayed in purple color, it is a variable. So this sum and what I wrote after the comma, that sum should be exactly same. I have written in small, so here also it should be same. If I write it here capital, it will treat as different variable and will not get any answer. Now we are going to run the program. As I have already saved the file, it will not again ask to give any name. Directly it will come to output window. So input value of a, just the value be 5, value of b 9. So answer will come as sum equal 14. So this way we can add two numbers in Python. So here the question will be, write a Python program to add two numbers. So here what we did, we used arithmetic operator. Plus is an arithmetic operator. It also called binary operator because it required two operand. As you can see, a and b. There we are using two operands. That's why it is called as binary operator. Now we are going to use relational operator. Here question will be little different. I am writing the question first. Write a Python program to compare two numbers. Means here we'll take two number and we'll compare which one is greatest. So for that same thing we have to take two numbers. First I am taking, now again see I am writing hash symbol, after that I am writing some sentence or questions. This is called as a comment. In Python program when we put hash symbol and write a sentence, it's treated as a comment and it is ignored by the interpreter. So whatever we write here, it will directly ignored by the interpreter. Now we are taking variable a equal int, then input, then here a message, enter the value, then close brackets, and this line again same thing. So we are going to copy it to save time. Just we are going to change the value. Now we have to compare both a and b. For that we are going to use conditional expression, that is if. We are going to use if statement. So we'll use if. After that we can give bracket or we can write without bracket also. So if bracket, better you if you give the bracket a greater than b. So we are comparing if a is greater than b. Then we can write print. We can write a comma is greater. Now you see In some scenario, a and value can be different. It's fine. Then we can easily find out the greatest. But in some cases, both the value can be same. So how can we declare any number greater? It will be difficult task. That's why we will compare again B and A. So again here we'll write L if, means else if. In other programming we write as else if, but in Python it is L if. Again colon sign is important. First we'll condition B greater than A. Okay. Then colon sign, it is important. It indicate branches or a section where we are going to write some other statements. So you see, after putting column, when I press enter key, some spaces appears automatically. Do not remove that spaces, it is important. Other programming languages we put brackets, but here we put space. So right here print B comma is greater, then bracket close. Now if both the numbers are equal, then what? So here we'll write else, then print both are equal. So this way we can do this program. Now we are going to save the program. Also run the program. We already save it. But again, if you want to save the program with other name, you can go to file. Then here you will get save as option. Then you can change the name. Suppose I am here giving the name is question 1. Now save. After that we'll go to run. Again run module. It will ask to enter the value. Let it be 8. Second value 7. So it is came as 8 is greater. Now again, if I run the program and put same value, let's see what happened. Suppose the value is 5, next value is also 5. So both are equal. So this how we can use relational operator. Here greater than is called as a relational operator. There are many other relational operator, greater than, less than, greater than, equal to, less than, equal to, not equal to. These all are called as relational operator, and they give always answer is either true or false. Now we are going to try another program. Here we are going to find out the area of a rectangle. So question is, write a program to find the area of a rectangle. So here at first the variables for rectangle we need length and breadth. So L equal int, then input, then we'll write a message here, enter length. Here remember, as we have started 2 bracket, closing also should be 2. If you forgot to close one, then see what happened. Suppose I didn't close one bracket and press enter key. The cursor appears just little right hand side of the screen, which may give trouble you in the program. So better close how many you open, that much only. Now B, we are going to copy the line as usual, as I am a bit lazy to type. So paste here B. So enter. Now break. After that we'll take one more variable. That variable will be area, and here we'll write area equal L into B. Now remember, in programming, into sign is given as star symbol, because we directly cannot use x here. X means x only. That's why star symbol is used for multiplication in programming. After that we have to print the value. So we'll write print, then area equal here area. Now you remember that area is a variable. So both the areas should be same, but what we write within inverted comma, that is not a variable. So here I can write capital letter as well. After that, to run the program, run module. it will ask me to enter the length. Let it be 4, breadth 8, and the area is 32. So this how we can find out the area of a rectangle. Now we are going to use another one special operator, that is called modulus operator. This operator we use to find out odd and even numbers, or any number that is divisible by a particular number. To find out that, we can use modulus operator. The question will be, write a program to find if a number is odd or even. Now for that, we need a variable. Let the variable be n equal int input, then message, enter a number. After that, we are going to use if statement. So if the condition will be, our variable is n, so n modulus symbol, which is look like percentage, then 2. We are dividing means we are dividing n by 2 and check whether the remainder is 0 or not. While we are comparing a number with another number, at that time we have to use 2 time equal sign. If we use only 1 time, then it will be it will initialization operator, and it will just initialize value to that variable. It will not compare. So now colon sign, here just will write print even number, means if it is divisible by 2, definitely it is even. After that else. Now if it is not divisible, so what we'll do, odd number. So done. After that, we'll run the program, run module. Let's see. Number is 5, odd number. So this how we can find out an odd and even number. So in this program, we practice the summation of two numbers, finding the area of a rectangle, comparing two numbers, finding odd evens, etc. In next video, we are going to try loops, means repetitions, by using that multiplication table of any numbers, printing any statement for multiple number of times, then finding odd or even number in a range, etc. So stay tuned. Thank you for watching. See you in a new video. Till then, take care and bye.